Hello and welcome to this section of the online course, where we will be sharing some good practices and experiences of Antigua and Barbuda in setting up a national environmental information system. My name is Karina Cáceres, and I'm part of the ECLAC's Environment and Climate Change Statistics Unit. And with me today is Jabari Reynolds. He's the Monitor Reporting and Verification Apprentice of the Department of Statistics at the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and the Environment of Antigua and Barbuda. In this video, Jabari will share with us key insights about the National Environmental Information System, as well as the lessons learned in the country. Now, that being said, I will now give the floor to Jabari, where he will tell us a bit more about what exactly is the National Environmental Information System and how does it look like. Jabari, the floor is all yours.
The NIST stands for National Environmental Data and System. This system was launched on the 10th of September 2021 and was done in Russia. What does the system look like? Firstly, the system is a user-friendly system which seeks to attract members of society by providing them with environmental data on any and every environmental topic. It does so through 4 components. These 4 components are the MEAs, which stands for the Multilateral Environmental Agreements. Currently, there are 6 multilateral environmental agreements that are present on the site, 3 of which that are being monitored. These 3 are the UNCBD, the UNCCD, and the UNFCCC. Fast forward, we have the indicators. These indicators are representative of the 3 MEAs that are monitored on the site. Next, we have the reports. These reports act as a data source in which we use to populate our indicators. For example, we may have an indicator that speaks about the access to safe drinking water. We will have a data source or a report that speaks about the improvement to the access of safe drinking water through desalination, the access or the improvement to water catchment facilities in the country. Next, we have organizations. These are the players in which provide us with these data source/reports. These organizations could be our non-governmental organizations or government organizations. These are experts in their various fields and are important players in our site.
Thanks so much, Jabari, for sharing those insights about what exactly is the National Environmental Information System and how does it look like, and also to guide us through the landing page of the system. Now, I think it will be interesting for our audience of this online course to know a bit more about the triggers of the National Environmental Information System. What was the initial steps that helped to kick off this activity, and also which are the actors that were involved in this process and what were their roles? So if you could share a bit more about that, I think it will be helpful for our audience.
Firstly, the need for a centralized location to house data. During data collection activities, it was found difficult to track down data as it was scattered across the various government and non-governmental agencies. Another aspect was data duplication, as many agencies were unaware that data already was available on a certain indicator. This calls for double counting in nature. A way of improving and mitigating this situation was providing a centralized location where these agencies could upload and update their data. This data will then be used to inform the general public by providing them with access as well as benefits to persons pursuing their master's degree. This will help to improve their reporting. Secondly, we have ways to monitor our climate-related events. As a small island development state in the Caribbean, we are faced with droughts and hurricanes. A way to assess our progress in these response to these climate-related events, historical background is needed. The historical background could come in the form of money spent in addressing the situation. In order for us to better improve our response in future and present day, these mitigated strategies of previously thought persons are needed. And this is what the NIST will provide in our data resources, our indicators, and the progress made during these times of implementation. Finally, we have a way to improve our reporting to the various conventions. Again, as we know, during the data collection activity, data was scattered across the various agencies. By providing now a centralized location, we are now improving our reporting, as we are now spending less time during data collection, and agencies are now able to update their data going forward. And this will spend more time in us developing our report and thus improving the whole quality of our report.
Thanks so much, Jabari. I think knowing a bit more about the different triggers in the country and the actors that were involved will help our audience and maybe inspire other countries in the region to go through the same process and leverage the lessons learned that you have already shared with us. And this will bring me to the third and last point of this conversation, which is exactly on the lessons learned and the way forward. So what do you see as a way forward now that the National Environmental Information System is in place? And whether you have any recommendations for those countries who want to establish a National Environmental Information System?
Firstly, we have the Department of Environment, specifically the Monitoring, Evaluation, and Data Management Unit, who are responsible for implementing and maintaining the site going forward. Under the project implementation, the hiring of 2 consultants, one, the Mono Geoinformatic Institute out of Jamaica, second, the DE Design out of Canada. The NIST will seek to provide the public with access to credible and reliable data, while bringing awareness to environmental concerns to the use of the system. This will therefore encourage persons to take an active role in securing environmental sustainability, as one of the main tasks to accessibility to environmental data to one and all. As stewards of the environment, I would strongly recommend that each country take up the charge in designing and implementing their very own NIST platform, as the benefits will not only improve the country's reporting, but help in driving the shift towards environmental sustainability, as the many hands make for light work. As highlighted by Prime Minister Gaston Brown, the evidence of climate change is all around us. The prolonged drought spells, the intense hurricane season are all evidence of climate change around us. The best bet for the nation, as well as the region, is to come together and pool our resources to fight against climate change. One way of doing so regionally is the enactment of the Regional Environmental Data and Information System. This again will be sourced by national environmental data and information systems regionally across the various Caribbean countries. This again will provide a more holistic view of the progress made regionally to addressing climate-related events, and again help in reporting to our various conventions, namely the UNFCCC. I would like to thank the UN ECLAC team once again for providing us the platform, again, to showcase the work being done in Antigua and Barbuda in championing the cause of climate-related change and climate-related events. Thank you once again. Signing out.
Thanks so much, Jabari, for sharing the experience of Antigua and Barbuda in putting together this National Environmental Information System, to share the experience and how the process has gone from having an idea of putting all data together to actually putting it into practice, and now that is in place and that is being used by different stakeholders in the country for decision making and beyond the reporting on the different UN agreements. It has been a pleasure for us to have you here and to have the experience of Antigua and Barbuda, and we hope this is helpful insights for the rest of the countries in the region. Thank you so much.